What's up, guys and girls? Giovanni here, and today, before I get to reviewing the season premiere of Raven's Home Season 5, let's take a look at the last 2 episodes of Raven's Home Season 4. So, let's get into the video.
Alright then, on with the show.
So first, I just want to be clear, I barely remember anything from Season 4, okay? The plot of the episode is Booker sets out to win freshest freshman for the yearbook. In the episode, that changes when he is outdone by Nia. Nia saved Booker from choking, to which the school likes Nia. Nia becomes popular in school now, and she would enjoy her new status as a school hero. The B plot is Raven and Chelsea find love letters. I like the scene in the cafeteria of Booker rapping. When Booker and Ramen are looking at the history of the freshest freshman, Ramen makes a "what are those?" joke. I still use that joke every once in a while, but that's it. Good to see Levi using his smarts in the episode. He tricked Chelsea, but was it enough to trick Raven trying to get a TV? Levi, since a little kid, has known his mother has not been the smartest tool in the shed. That's why he was almost able to get away with it. But since he didn't, he had to do chores around the house. I really miss Tess. It sucks. Say yes to protest. Bars was Sky's last episode. Ramen and I are in the same boat. I do miss her. Congrats to Tess for winning Best Athlete, and goodbye to Ramen, as to this was his last episode, and he never found out Booker was a psychic. Nia won freshest freshman. Makes sense, because she likes helping the environment and the people. At the end of the episode, Booker won for most inspirational.
Well, that's unexpected.
I kind of have to disagree, Raven. From what I remember during season 3 and 4, it makes sense. I give the episode a 6 out of 10. The whole B plot was so unnecessary. My grade would have been a 6.5 out of 10 if the B plot was not there. Here it is, people. The season finale of Raven's Home Season 4, called So You Think You Can Drive. The episode is about Booker and Nia wanting to drive after getting their learner's permit, but Raven isn't ready to teach them how to drive. There was no setup to this episode at all during Season 4 about them getting their learner's permit. I know that for a fact. Bars. This is just like the Season 3 finale, where all of a sudden they're just graduating. So at the beginning of the episode, it would have been cool when Booker and Nia were playing that message to Raven about them teaching them how to drive. Imagine that was set up earlier in the season. There is a reveal in this episode, and that comes from Raven Baxter's full name. Her full name is Raven Lydia Baxter. While that is cool, I could have sworn that's how Raven said her full name. I could be wrong about that. So I did some quick research, and it looks like her middle name was never said. No continuity errors. While Raven is teaching them, Nia drives too slow and Booker drives too fast. Crazy. This ain't GTA. I even liked the camera angle when it was moving away from the car. Booker had a vision that Devon is going to teach them how to drive and thinks his parents could get back together. But just before that, Nia called Booker out on it. But Booker says he wasn't going to say his parents could get back together. First, Nia says she knows when he lies, which has been a staple since the pilot, since Booker does like to lie. Second, as I've been saying, I think one of the endings of Raven's Home is gonna end with Raven and Devon getting back together. Levi is getting packed because he is traveling to London to be with his father. Chelsea decides to teach Levi some things from her time down there when she met Garrett. On the roof, Chelsea takes Levi through the city for when he gets to London. I really enjoyed seeing the brother and sister bond in this episode. The two of them try everything to keep their father in Chicago. This scene got me to laugh out loud.
Son, you are definitely something I've never seen on the road before.
Yep, see that, Nia? I am a trailblazer.
Where are the words that you're hearing? Where are they coming from?
A dying moment happens when Chelsea and Booker put their foot and Nia has to drive them to the hospital. Now, the reason Nia had to drive them is because Raven and Devon were out eating and not answering their phones. Levi and Chelsea recreated that moment from season 3. Like I said, even Levi knows his mom is not the smartest, but he will always love her.
Make good choices.
At the end of the episode, everyone says their goodbyes. Once Booker's vision comes to fruition, Nia says this ironic line.
Hear that, Nia? That was my vision.
Look, if I never have to hear those 4 words again, it'll be too soon.
Now, I say ironic line since Nevia Robinson won't be appearing in season 5. Well, hopefully for a guest star. I'll talk about that in my season 5 premiere review. Chelsea says one last lovely goodbye to Levi. After this, Raven and Chelsea head back home and have something to drink in front of the fabricated place Chelsea and Devon built. Raven gets a phone call and Chelsea says, "You gonna answer that?" And Raven says, "Raven's not home."
You gonna get that?
No, not right now. Raven is not home.
Now, at the time, people were speculating that this could have been the series finale. Other people thought, nah, I don't see it. It was just canceled just like that, so Raven, it didn't get a proper series finale. Now, for me, I could see as to why some people say it could have been a good series finale. But I'm in the camp that this did not feel like a series finale at all, except for the final 10 seconds of Raven saying Raven's not home. That's the only part I could see as a series finale. Other than that, it would have just been like That's So Raven being canceled with no proper conclusion. But luckily, that's not the case. I give this episode a 9 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorite episodes this season. I give this season as a whole, season 4, a 4 out of 10. But that's all I gotta say about that. Let me know. How did you feel about season 4? With that being said, get your fingers up and say it with me. Just because Levi is going away doesn't mean I will forget about the surfboard. Bring it back.